Set-piece kings Arsenal moved 5 points clear with a 2-1 win over Chelsea on Sunday. That's 16 goals scored from corners this season, equaling Oldham and West Brom's record in a single campaign. The big debate right now, though, is asking if this is all a bit boring, as this season has the second highest percentage of goals scored from set pieces, with Arsenal leading the way. But to me, everybody's missing the point. This isn't an Arsenal issue, it's a modern football one. And boring is the wrong word. I prefer adapt. And in the Premier League, this highly competitive, unforgiving Premier League with very powerful opponents, you either adapt or you fall. And Arsenal, who are looking to win their first Premier League title in more than 2 decades, are adapting and taking advantage of the times they are playing in. With opponents setting low blocks or being physical, Mikel Arteta is basically calling their bluff and using a weapon that is very hard to deal with. It reminds me of a quote from The Art of War by Sun Tzu: "In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity." And that's exactly what Arsenal are doing in corners. You don't like it? That's not their fault. It's yours. This also isn't new, by the way. Younger fans won't realize this, but Jose Mourinho's Chelsea were revolutionaries. But they were also not that great to watch, but they were effective. They were winners. Similarly, but in a different philosophy, a classic Pep Guardiola system, sometimes it was very regimental, forcing teams to reintroduce themselves to a gung-ho, faster, heavy metal approach, such as what Jurgen Klopp did with Liverpool. And by the way, when Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United won the Premier League's inaugural season in 92-93, they only scored 67 goals. 67. Bayern Munich do that in a week. But it didn't matter because it's about winning. So my point is, yes, we can have a discussion over our reliance of set pieces, but at the end of the day, this is about adapting or dying. And Arsenal are doing the former. And also 16 goals from corners, but they've also scored 42 other goals. That's better than 13 other clubs in the Premier League. Look, in the words of Jose Mourinho, when his Chelsea 11 years ago were criticized by Arsenal fans for being boring, he said, "Boring is 10 years without a title." Well, Jose Mourinho is 100% correct, and it's more than double that now. Look, call it boring, predictable, say whatever you want, but the fact is, when May comes around, if Arsenal are lifting that Premier League trophy and their fans are celebrating in ecstasy that title for the first time in 22 years, I promise you that they'll be carrying their corner set-piece coach, Nicolas Jover, on their shoulders. Boring? It's adaptation, and Arsenal are doing it better than anybody else right now.